Hi, Tigers. It's Mrs. McCarver with your reading lesson for today. Last week, we talked about all different things that we can read around us and the different types or purposes of books and texts. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the two different types of books that you might read. We might see storybooks, which are sometimes called fiction, and concept books, which are sometimes called nonfiction or learn about the world books. Let's think about the differences between these two types of book. A storybook or fiction book tells us a story. A storybook or fiction book has characters. These characters are who the book is about. It could be a person or an animal or even sometimes a thing, like a train. Storybooks also can be realistic or make-believe. If you've read the book Know David at school, you know that sometimes children do get into trouble like David did. But sometimes books are make-believe, like The Very Hungry Caterpillar or Clifford the Big Red Dog. Concept books, or nonfiction, learn about the world books, tell us information. They might teach us facts about a type of animal, plants, or even people. Nonfiction books can be about all different topics. They can teach us about people, plants, animals, or things. Nonfiction books might have labels, photographs, charts, or diagrams. If you look at this book, you can see there are little boxes. These are little bits of information that teach us something new. Let's look at some of these books and try to decide if they are a storybook or a learn about the world book. This book, Clifford the Big Red Dog, is about a dog that is so big his owner can stand on his back. Do you think that that is a storybook or a book that might teach us facts about real dogs? You're right, that sounds like a storybook to me because dogs cannot get that big. Let's look at this book, Jump, Pup. I'm noticing that there is a photograph of a real dog on the cover. That helps me to know that this book is going to be a nonfiction or a book that will help me learn about pups. Let's look at these three books. I have this book called Trucks, where I see a photograph of a real truck. I have a book called Tough Trucks, where there's a mouse driving a dump truck. And this book, where I see an ambulance and the emergency workers with lots of labels and diagrams of the ambulance. Which one do you think is a storybook that will tell us something for fun or pretend? That's right, this book is likely a storybook because a mouse cannot drive a truck. Which books might be nonfiction or help us learn about the world? You're right, this truck book with a photograph and even this book down here can teach us something about ambulances. I would like for you to see if you can find the difference in the books you have at home. Your teacher has sent home books, and I bet some of them are fiction and some are nonfiction. See if you can decide which one is a fiction book or a storybook, and which one is a nonfiction or a learn about the world book.